All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Monday night coverage of the GP2 series, the single-seater series from Sim Race South Africa. It's Alan Paterson here in the booth, and I'm joined tonight by Sas van der Westhuizen. Sas, how are you?
Hey Al, I'm doing perfectly fine. I think this is going to be a good race to end the long weekend on, so looking forward to tonight.
Yes, I agree, and great to be on a whole new track here. We haven't been to Watkins Glen as far as a live commentary goes, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this has for us to commentate and for our audience to watch tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a scorcher as well. During practice, we've seen tires are heating up quite a bit. People were posting funny images of just mounds of tires burning. So there's that to manage, and then just seeing what they can pull out on their qualifying laps.
Exactly. So we've just started qualifying. 15 minutes at 8 o'clock sharp, or just past 8 o'clock sharp. I'm just making sure everything's okay tech-wise. I'm having a little bit of a glitch with a mouse problem, but I think it's okay. We are almost a full house. I can count 6, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I've got 21 cars on my system. Has you got the same there?
Yes, I've got the same. I'm trying to quickly figure out who might have disconnected, but they might be back very soon. They do still have 12 minutes before the race starts.
I saw Peter Geldenhuis just disconnect, so hopefully he gets back on shortly. But yeah, everything seems fine. We are going to, I'm going to just jump to a tile I've built here. This is details for the race this evening. So weather forecast, as you can see, expected today 12 p.m. midday race, a 25-degree temperature. Track, a high temp of 36 degrees with a low of 34. There's very little wind, and so we should be in for an awesome temperature race. Middle of the day, it should be perfect for the guys. And then there you can also see who the drivers are in the race for Division A. This is alphabetical, thanks to Ryan Hill for our driver listing. So a couple of regulars here that we know: Jacques Botha, Brent Lindsay Ray, Christopher Langeveld, Corné Breet, Lawrence Stern, Lionel Klue, Marius Skuman, Matthew Boy, Peter Geldenhuis, Stephen Sparks, etc. So all the usual culprits, and we should have a good showing from them as we go through the course of the evening.
Indeed. I will say I do see two newcomers from my team, Jacques van Vieren and Roan Greiling. It's their first Div 1 race in the simGP series, so curious to see what these guys can pull out the bag.
Definitely. Right, so we're into just sub 11 minutes, 10 minutes to go. Quick times are on the board. Corné Breet currently in a 1:31.5. Only two drivers under the 32s actually, with Corné and Jan Spammers, but I'm expecting we'll see the in fact, there goes Christopher Langeveld now into first place, actually, with a 1:31.3.
They are flying. I'll say this. I think the last time we looked, the Division 1 was spread at just over 1 second with the hot lap qualifiers.
Yeah, I think so. I was commenting it. Yeah, it was 1 or 1.5 seconds or something. So the current everyone on the track at the moment, except for Jurgens van Vieren, who's in the pits. Jurgens, everyone else is out. Let's look at the tires that we're all on at the moment for quali. And I can see pretty much everybody's out on mediums. Jacques Botha's just gone out on hards. Matthew Boy's on hards. Ryan de Azevedo's on hards. Sas?
Then down at the bottom, Craig Hunter and Roan Greiling is also down on hards.
Lionel Clue and Raymond Duggan and Gas Cohen.
Yeah, it does look like people went out on mediums to try and get in a first lap, but it might be that they're getting a bit too hot, so they've opted to try and go do more on hard tires.
Got you. Sounds like the right thing to do there. Hi everyone, everyone sorry on the YouTube channel, good evening. JP DeBrain, Mike McGear's there, Nick, hello, our other commentator who's got the night off tonight. Black Widow Racing's there, Martin Joubert, Victor Santos, Gert Snyman, Quinton Hayes. Welcome guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, and I also have a special shout out to Ruan Greiling's grandmother, Louise. She's joining us in the stream, trying to support her grandson there, and looking forward to showing her what we can do here with SimRace South Africa.
Awesome. Hi Louise. Right, 8 minutes and counting. Langeveld still at the sharp end of the stick. Let's see what the cars are doing on the track at the moment. So there we go. Buerta's just gone tops now. So we're going to run a lap with him around the track. Let's see what his lap looks like going around the track.
Raymond Duggan he went up about 6/10 on his Delta and moved into fifth.
Excellent time that. 131.7. Buerta doing a 131.3 on his last lap as we watch him go through the little bus stop here. It's almost flat out. It was one gear drop and go. These cars, they really fly around this track, eh?
Yeah, they do. I'm quite surprised that he only does one gear drop. From what my testing showed, it looked more like you drop down to fourth and then you flat out of that bus stop.
Okay.
And into that turn 5. I'll say this though, the curbs at that bus stop is also very unforgiving. If you clip them just too hard, it really unsettles the car and makes it difficult to then turn back out of the bus stop in time to and the runoff also isn't that much, so if you end up sliding, you're sliding into that barrier if you can't control it.
So 2 corners away, takes the second last corner literally flat out. He's up on his Delta here onto the start finish straight.
Currently on Craig Hunter,
he
is sitting on 0. He's up 9/10 on his Delta, so he's set to gain 3 or 4 positions from the back.
And there he does, jumps up to a good 12th place. Christopher Langeveld, he's just gone back out on a quick lap here. Last lap, a really blistering 131.1. That's almost sub 130s, 131s.
I must say that's going to be quick and hard to beat. If we're speculating, my team and I were speculating that we're thinking race pace will be about 1 minute 32.
Okay.
But that might be still a bit of a pessimistic estimate that. Looking at the times that these people are doing.
Got you. Sass, have a look on the YouTube channel. Look who's there with us.
It's his granny.
It's
Hi.
Louise Krailing. Hi, Louise. Great to have you on board. Hello, Dirk. How's it, Quinton? Whoops. Langeveld spins it in turn 1. Let's go and see who else is on quick laps. Okay, Jan Spamas is 4/10 down here, so he's obviously still feeling it out. Raymond Duggan in 5th. Lawrence Sterner, what's he doing? Alright, he's up. He's halfway through the boot section. And he's almost a 10th up, so let's follow Lawrence and see if this helps him. Currently lying in 6th place. And
yeah, with all the elevation change through the boot and into the last 3 corners, there's quite a bit of time that you can gain. Some of the turns are also slightly off camber on the outside, so there's that to take into account and try and get a good line. But the last 2 corners are almost flat out.
Oh, he lost on the last corner. He went from, it was almost 2/10 up and he just went over Yeah, lost a lot of time on the last corner.
You tend to lift very slightly or for a moment and try and dive into that turn.
Okay.
But if you don't get on the throttle early enough and made the turn well enough, then you can lose quite a bit of time getting out of that.
Luvik on the YouTube channel asking which cars are these. This is the RS mod GP3 cars, I think.
Racing Studios,
yes.
Formula 3 mod. They make a set of excellent mods though. From what I can see, they're about the best at some of the mods that they've made.
Just following Gas Cohen is currently sitting 10th as he goes through the 2 final corners, and he's up on his delta. He went up well on the last corner, so he's going to move up here from 10th.
And he's still gaining.
Yeah. There he goes.
He jumps to 7th.
That was a great lap there.
Not sure if we've said hi to Wesley yet. I see he is on stream as well.
Hey Wesley, how's it? Yeah. Jurgens van Vieren in 17th, just starting a lap, and he's up on his delta.
Did run a bit wide, so he might still even be able to gain more time if he can put together 2 clean laps now.
Well, he's a good 2.5 tenths up here at least, so let's see how he carries this through his lap with 2.5 minutes left. Joseph Griffin just joined us on YouTube shouting for gas. So Jürgen's still carrying his positive delta, so far so good. 2 tenths up. And he's got some close company with 2 cars close behind him as he goes through the toe end of the boot. Oh, there was a car spun, but it didn't slow him down. Nope, he's still got his delta.
I think he's just focusing on what's in front of him, not caring about who's behind.
Yeah. Oh, he goes well up here, 3.5 tenths.
No, it's all about nailing the last 2 corners.
Exactly. Oh, he ran wide there. Yeah, he lost about 1.5 tenths there. Still up.
But he does move up
17th.
Back to 17th.
Yeah. Right, so back up at the front. Christopher Langeveld still sitting pretty, 131.1. Jacques Buerta is 2 tenths back. And just on his delta bubble. He's literally on 0.00 at the moment, so let's see if he can improve as he goes through this lap. Should be some good close racing here. Cornet Briet, 1 tenth back. So from first to, it's incredible, first to 9th place is covered by 9 tenths, under a second. Jacques going quicker. Oh, and he spins on the last corner. Backwards into the pit lane. Great stuff, Shark.
Yeah, I've seen during practice, like, it's easy to spin there, and then if you're unlucky, you end up in the pits. So that can cost you dearly in the race if you get into a position like that.
Yeah. They're Ryan Hill and Sean Martin on YouTube. So anybody interested in sim racing, join us at www.simracesa.co.za. So see if we caught that. Yeah, we did catch that on replay. We're just going to show that reverse drifting Win Diesel style into the pit lane here by Jacques Buerta. Oh, he did a good job of that. Right, back to live. We're pretty much done by the looks of things. So where's everyone? Everyone's in the pits except for Gas. Gas is up on his delta. Let's follow him. Goes over the line and goes to 6th, or stays in 6th. The other person that's out, Craig Hunter, he's still going. He's halfway around the boot at the moment. He's 10th down in his time. and Grayling and Janse van Vieren. Andy Walbolt also still out on the track. Andy was up. He's on his Delta bubble, sitting in 21st. He might make up some time through these last two corners. No, it just
only
doesn't
just
get
not.
there. Yeah. Right, that's everyone done. We're going to go for a quick little ad break here. There's my mouse again. Just bear with me here. Right, we're back with you. All the cars on the grid. We've got 20 seconds to go. The commentator cars are definitely in the pit lane. There we can see them, so we're going to stay with it. Lights are coming on. Sass, are you with us?
I am with here. I'm ready to go. It's all red. And we're off. Ooh, somebody runs into the wall just
I also
there.
saw that back there. It's an Odin racing car.
That's unfortunate.
Ooh,
But
Jacques
Jacques
Butter
Butter
around the
takes the lead.
outside. Oh, there's a spin behind. Everyone's coming together further back. We're not going to go look at the crashing. We're just going to follow the leaders. Oh, there was a little bit of a coming together there. Jacques Butter's had a huge coming together. In fact, they're all over the place right now. Oh, there's a car rolling.
Tires are still very much cold.
Wow.
So it's going to be a difficult lap to get through.
That was a huge start. But okay, everyone will settle down and get going.
Take a breather
Yeah.
and get running.
Corne Brett's out and going. Down into the boot. Second, I have Marius Skuman, then Stephen Sparks, then Lawrence Stern, then Raymond Duggan, Ryan de Azevedo, Christopher Langeveld back in 7th, Jacques Buerte in 8th, Jurgens van Vieren up into 9th.
Christopher spun on the boot there.
He did. He's dropping now badly, down to 17th, 18th, 19th.
Bueta seems to be carrying some damage. He's really struggling to get
I'm
that
sure.
car around.
I think there was a couple of big collisions going on there. Just following Lawrence Stern as they come onto the start-finish line. He's got the Azevedo right behind him here. And he goes straight into the pits for some repairs. Raymond Duggan goes past up into 4th place. Okay, so let's take a breath. Corne Brett leading at the moment.
Very comfortable. It looks like he's ahead by almost 4 seconds.
Yes.
So he must now just keep his head down and do clean laps, and he can take this all the way.
YouTube channel, how's it, Barry? Good to see you. iRacing South Africa's here. Yeah, it was a bit of a hectic first couple of corners. It was mentioned to everyone, take it easy in the driver's briefing, but it's racing, so let's see what the drive backs are going to be like. Andy Walbolt sitting in 6th place. Just behind him, it's all happening here. There's 3-4 cars next to each other as they go down into the boot. We're watching Jurgens van Vieren and Carl Swanepoel next to each other.
This is some really good wheel-to-wheel racing.
It is. Carl Swanepoel for the sim racing crew, diving down the inside and making the pass stick. Oh, and he runs out wide. That allows... No, he holds his position. Jurgens van Vieren losing out again. That looks like Gaz Cohen. He's fallen in behind him as they come to the last 2 corners. Gas is down the nearly. Oh, he is. He's made connection. Oh, we've got connection.
That was a bit of a dive.
We'll have a look at that on replay. I'm sure we've got that. So Corne Briet comfortably out and going. 3.9 seconds from Marius Skuman in second place, who's got Stephen Sparks showing some huge interest down the inside of him as they go through the bus stop. Let's go and look at that replay quickly if I can. Yes, here we see everyone coming towards the second last corner. We got Gascoigne in the yellow car. He runs a little wide, then comes on the inside, and there's a bit of contact there, and they all spin out.
I do have a slight suspicion Jurgens might have been thinking about going into the pits, and anyways, he was looking a tad slow.
Currently watching Stephen Sparks, who's half a second back from Marius Skuman.
He must just keep the pressure up and force it out. The bus stop is a really difficult place to overtake. The main overtaking spots seem to be on some of the larger turns, and then that back straight. If you can get the overtake, a good ride out of the S's and onto the back straight, you can land an overtake there by getting your nose nice and close to someone else's rear.
Also saw some passing now happening down in the boot section, Sass. It looks like there's a couple of opportunities on the hairpins in the boot.
Yeah, I think because the turns are so nicely banked, you can go slightly wide and keep a higher speed through that turn.
Okay.
But it isn't easy. You can easily spin out when you exit those turns.
Got you. I see a little bit of a team management happening here with Peter Geldenhuys and the sim racing crew as he moved over to let Christopher Langeveld past on the main straight. So Christopher's on a drive back, was second or on front row of the grid or second row. He's now 11th. And our other man, Jacques Boerter, is in 17th and going to probably be on a drive back. So it's going to be interesting to watch these chaps come through the field.
There is quite the field to make up.
Yeah. Just catching up with Bertus Janssen van Rensburg here in 10th place, and he is right behind Ruan Greyling. So we'll watch these guys. There's definitely going to be a move happening here.
Yeah, it's all going to be about keeping things clean. I've said this many times, slow is smooth and smooth is fast, especially on a track like this where spinning out and potentially hitting a barrier can really cost you.
Yeah.
Keeping things that bit slower so that you can keep the smoothness can really help in the long run.
Currently in the cockpit here with Bertus Janssen van Rensburg as he chases Ruan Greyling through turn 1. We'll watch him go around a lap here and see where he's...
It does run wide, so that might have cost him some speed.
Yeah. This uphill section, and this is a blind left and right going through this section here. It looks like Carl Swanepoel's disconnected.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's just flown right past him. Ruan missed the turn in for the bus stop, and Bertus just went sailing past him, and he's up into 8th place.
Up into 8th. That is not an easy overtake to make at the bus stop.
No, in all fairness, Ruan just blew out. Oh, there again, he's just had at the boot, as you see in the background. So he's now dropping badly. But he didn't make the turn. He just went. He didn't take the first right into the bus stop and missed it completely. Craig Hunter. He's just got past Peter. Is that Peter Geldenhuys? Yes. So Hunt up into 10th, Peter Geldenhuys 11th. Somebody locking up ahead of them. So, okay, let's get our breath back here. 36 minutes. Corne Briet, that gap now is up to 6 seconds, but look at Skuman. Marius Skuman is 8/10 behind Stephen Sparks in 3rd place. And Raymond Duggan is also right behind Marius Skuman in 4th place, only half a second back. So there's some interest here for the podium spots for 2nd and 3rd place.
Definitely. It's going to be a tight battle here at the front. Cornet is running away with it, so if he doesn't make a mistake, he should have a clean race right to the end.
Richard asking for the track map to be moved up a little bit. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah, field seems to be slightly spread out. The closest battle on field right now is up front, where Marius Skuman is closely following Steven Sparks.
Yes, we've been following Marius Skuman for a good lap here. 6/10 and Duggan now 1 second back. So, he ran a little bit wide there, so that's going to go further out.
Further down the field, though, Lawrence Stern is really putting some pressure on Peter Geldenhuys.
I've got him here now. So Peter's definitely going backwards. He might be carrying some damage and has decided not to pit. But Lawrence Stern is just going to float past down the main straight here.
Yes, it's sometimes a difficult decision to make. Do you go back in and fix the damage? The damage multiplier on this race is about 75%, so you can still get away with a lot even after a bit of a big crash.
Yeah.
You need some skill to keep that consistency up, and you do lose some top end speed, if I remember correctly. But you need to weigh that up. Am I going to be losing more time trying to manage this car than I am going to pit? Because if you only have body damage, it's usually quick enough to go and fix. It's not that much longer than a tire swap and some fuel.
Yeah, but it's also the time in and time out going through the pit lane that you've got to take into account.
Yeah, no, I'm speaking more in terms of if you're planning on pitting already, maybe go and pit early and then run with a heavy fuel load and hope that you can push a set of hard tires for the rest of the race.
Got you. Just moving further up the field to Brent Lindsay Ray in 7th place, who is slowly but surely getting on the back of Andy Walbolt for Team PWSR. And Brent Lindsay Ray in Team Odin Racing, that gap is now half a second, as you can see.
I see Rob Walker in the stream saying Lindsay's going to do this. He's going to get the overtake. So,
well, currently on Brent Lindsay Ray's airbox, looking ahead at Andy Walbolt as they go down the back straight towards the bus stop. And that gap is 4 seconds. Oh, Christopher Langeveld's in the pits. So everyone's gone past now. So he's pitted now. Is that a bit early or is...
That's 12 minutes in.
Okay.
That might be a bit too much to carry to the end of the race.
Maybe he was carrying, damage and decided to do it now. And he's going to brim it and try and run it to the end. Ooh, Brent braking on the grass there, almost lost it. So that gap staying at half a second, 7/10. If Andy makes one mistake, it's going to be game over. Brent will go past him. Although he's getting closer now.
Yeah, if it's the overtake here might only be on the straights. It seems like they're quite evenly matched through the corners, but on the straights, it seems like Walbolt is pulling away slightly, getting the better exits.
Yeah, he's driving the race of his life right now, and he's in 6th place. 134.3 and Lindsay Ray 134.0. So Brent's definitely there, or is close, and hopefully this overtake, when he does try and take it, is a nice clean pass and there's no contact made.
He's definitely going to get it done now.
Yeah, he's going around the outside and he's running defensive. Oh yes, he's just they're going towards the bus stop.
There's only space for one car though, so Andy's backing off
Andy
a bit.
pulls in. That's clever driving. Well done, Brent Lindsay-Ray takes the position and goes up into 6th place. Andy in 7th. All right, Matthew Boy in 14th is in the pits with Peter Geldenhuys. There's a couple of people pitting now. So Lionel Clue in 15th. He's gone past everyone in the pits. Promotion up to 15th place.
I also see Carl Swanepoel is back, so he might have just had a disconnect issue and got back in. That's an unfortunate position. I think he was in the top 10. And
you're right, he is back. Carl Swanepoel driving for the sim racing crew with Peter Geldenhuys, but he is back and he's in 22nd, and he's not laps down, so he's still in this race.
Ooh.
Oh yes. That's not going to help his. That's not going to help his race going into the Oncos down the back, down that straight.
It's really difficult with such a small space. That grass is just, it's like soap. You just feels like it's constantly pushing you into the barriers.
Okay, we back to the leaders. I tell you what, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Half a second amongst all 3 of them.
I'll also say this: Corne Breedt's lead has been reduced to less than 3 seconds.
Look at that! Yeah, it's down to
definitely catching up.
No, either that or Corne had a huge moment somewhere, but he was well over 6 seconds. And you're right; it's down to 2.7 seconds. So we're going to watch this trio now. Oh, there, Carl Swanepoel disconnects again. Dirk Brand, commentator's curse strikes again. Thanks, Dirk.
We wanted to keep that quiet.
Yeah, these 3 are having a good dice now, so we'll keep an eye out on this. Yes, there's a corner just up the road, so pretty close actually. Looking down the field, Jacques Buerta in 14th and Christopher Langeveld in 13th, and they're pretty much within. De Azevedo is close here now. No, sorry, Raymond Duggan. Oh, he ran a bit wide there. You need to get on the track, Raymond. He is very close to the back of Skuman as they go up through this left-right.
Yeah, if Duggan can stay under his wing, that might just give him the draft. But
agreed.
I don't think he's going to make it before the bus stop.
Well, he's only 2/10. No, not before the bus stop, but he's definitely in his slipstream now.
Yeah, it's about keeping that persistent pressure. If he can now stay in that slipstream and not run wide, that will help when he gets back on the straights.
Yep.
Give the speed that he needs.
Agreed. Guys are having an awesome race.
Yeah, that does seem to always kind of be the unfortunate state. Right at the start, things get quite exciting. There's a bit of a pile-up. But once the field sets out to breathe a bit, there's some really, really good battles to ensue.
Sorry, Sess, I'm just looking at Dirk Brand's comments in the YouTube channel. I don't know what it is. He's smoking his socks, man. Alan Paterson and the fate of Watkins Glen.
He's trying to frame it as an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, look here. We've got some movement going on. Okay, they all fall back in line. These guys are close. 133.3, 133.3, 133.3. All 3 of them.
It's about getting that clean drive, not going wide like that.
Yeah.
That was Marius Skuman going wide. If you go wide like that, you lose a lot of the space.
This is going to happen. Here comes Duggan. Going around the outside.
Not playing bumper cars.
No, it was nice and clean, and he got a good drive because Marius ran wide, so that pass is done. There we go. Raymond up into 3rd place. So Marius has just got to maintain his pressure on the back of Raymond and do the same thing to him.
Yeah. Yeah, you must just get your nose right there, and it's going to put pressure, especially going into the bus stop, because you're not sure if the person is going to try and commit to getting 2 cars in there. If both drivers go slow enough, you can do it, but you do risk quite a bad racing incident there.
Brent Lindsay Ray comfortably in 6th. He's 1.5 seconds away from Andy Walbolt, that overtake we watched just now. So Andy's kind of hanging on to the back of Brent.
Further down, I see Pretorius jumping into the pits. There is only 26 minutes left, so this is the window to start seeing pits.
Okay, so let's expect. Corné Briet does a 1:33.0 race pace, so he's picked up his pace. That gap from him to Stephen Sparks has gone out again to 3.6 seconds.
I did see Stephen Sparks just set the session best, so he did a sub 33 lap just now. So he's definitely trying to eat out that lead from Corné Briet.
With Marius Skuman and Duggan Dyson here, they're giving Sparks a little bit of a gap, as you can see. He's edged out a 1 second gap from these guys in 3rd and 4th. There's about
as you're saying that, it's falling down to a sub-second gap though.
It is, yeah. Now it's okay. It's a bit of yo-yo effect going on there.
Yeah, I like looking at it now. It's pit window is starting to open, so these hard tires do have like medium grip for about 22 laps. It mostly depends on the situation here. Is he maybe losing some grip here and there? I do see Sparks is running mediums as well, so that 22 lap medium grip is only for the hard tire. The medium tire, yeah, and he spins it. The medium tire is... That's unfortunate.
He just collected Marius in that spin, but okay, Marius has got going, so who's coming up the back? It's De Azevedo.
I'm actually fully expecting Sparks to go pit now.
Probably. De Azevedo goes into 3rd, Marius Skuman in 4th. Stephen Sparks stays out and carries on for another lap, so he's seriously stretching the mediums. Andy Walbolt also out on mediums, and he hasn't pitted yet in 7th. So the guys are managing to... They're probably struggling though, in all fairness.
Yeah, looking at the way they're coming out of turn 1, there seems to be a slight over rotation with the tires just not doing what they need to do.
Now that spin from, he's just done it again. As I'm watching him, he got one tire off and he's had a turnaround, so he's got it coming, I'm sure. He's got it going again as Lindsay Ray comes around the corner. Lindsay Ray's going to have him now.
He's got the pace to just overtake easily there. Oh, that's close wheel-to-wheel racing.
A bit of contact there, but okay.
They do both recover quite well.
Yeah, Stephen did well there, so he needs to go into the pits. I think you're right, he'll probably come in now. So he's dropped down from 3rd place to 6th place now. Andy Walbolt behind him, and Janse van Vieren in 8th.
That just goes to show how crucial a pit stop can be. Trying to manage these tires, if you're not on the ball with knowing when to go or knowing how to handle less grip,
yes,
it can really cost you. Because he was what, 3rd place, and now 2nd, and fell back to 6th.
Exactly.
That's not a nice thing to have happen, and he still stays out.
Brent Lindsay Ray's gone into the pits, and Bertus Janse van Rensburg. I don't know what Stephen Sparks, I don't know what he's doing, but he's trying a different tactic, yeah.
He is probably running quite a bit of fuel, pushing for maybe a late pit stop to get the best performance out of the new set of tires and maybe try and gain some positions there.
There's Jacques Boerters also in the pits. So here's the pit windows wide open now. Everybody's actually coming in. Well, they've come in and they've left already, but Jacques Boerters in the pits in 14th place. Oh, he runs wide. Okay, he's okay there. Walbolt, half a second back. John Stewart on YouTube. Gypsy's running 1, 2 and 3. Flying Gypsies. Corne Briet now 4 seconds ahead of Duggan, and 6.5 seconds back is to Azevedo.
I must say it does look like Andy Walbolt is making those mediums work for him.
Yes.
If he's still managing to hold on to such a good position.
Yeah, we have pits. Marius Schoeman's in with Peter Geldenhuys.
See if Sparks goes in.
He's going
And
past.
yet again he stays out. Andy Walbolt goes into the pits.
Andy Walbolt pits. So coming in from 6. Oh, there was a huge high speed fly into the pits from Odin Racing. Lawrence Stern behind Andy Walbolt. Peter Geldenhuys still in the pits, so he's doing either repairs or he's having a drama. Oh, now he's leaving. Here we go. And he's on his way out in 8th place, pitted, and he's out in 8th as well. This is his best drive so far. Right, let's go and watch Corne. So Corne Briet is coming out the exit of the boot, and he's 5 seconds ahead of Raymond Duggan. I'm convinced this will be his pit.
Langeveld just overtakes Bertus Janssen van Vieren. I think that's a new name if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that doesn't ring a bell. Corne Briet goes for another lap. Raymond Duggan goes for another lap.
They are both running hard tires. Corne is on lap, well, they're both on lap 17 now, so they're still not quite close to the end of the hard tires end of life, but maybe they're pushing to see what they can eke out until the end.
Exactly.
Throw on some medium tires and then maybe push those hard.
Christopher Langeveld, he's behind the 2 Team Odin Racing cars. Brent Lindsay Ray and Lawrence Turner. Stephen Sparks now pits from 5th place. He did well.
Yes, I think he got lucky with one of the few people in front of him pitting.
Yeah, there's a whole
lots of people now in the pits.
Hunter, Grayling, Sparks, Lionel Clues in. So this train of cars, Sterner, Langeveld, Lindsay Ray, Janssen van Rensburg, they all go past, and they move up into 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th.
I see Grayling coming out in 10th from the pits. That looks like it was a bit of a net gain for him from that pit stop.
Yes. Just watching Langeveld getting closer to the back of Lawrence Sterner. This will be a good race to watch.
And
Briatin and Duggan, our leaders, 1st, 2nd place, they're in. Azevedo, is he coming in? He's in.
He's coming in.
So, Schoeman 22 seconds back. Let's watch now Marius when he comes down the straight. We'll watch their Corne's leaving now. Marius hasn't got to the start-finish straight yet, so Corne Briet. Yeah, sorry.
They might have the time to go into the pits and still get out in front.
Yes. Yeah,
Azevedo is almost out. Yes. Yeah, he might make it.
No, Schoeman's past him. It's close. It's close.
Only just.
Okay, so that's 2nd, that's 3rd and 4th. Marius Schoeman up into 3rd place. Azevedo 4th. Andy Walbolt 40 seconds back in 5th.
Further down the field, Lawrence Stern is really putting some pressure on Brent Lindsay Ray. It's a tight train of cars following there.
Yeah, a whole bunch of cars, yeah.
It's Andy Walbolt, Brent Lindsay Ray, Lawrence Stern, Christopher Langeveld, and Bertus Janssen van Rensburg. I'm just watching the timing system for De Azevedo. He's half a second behind Schoeman, so he's keeping Schoeman very honest for that last position on the driver's podium for 3rd place. Oh, as Lawrence runs a little wide. Definitely trying to pressure Brent Lindsay Ray there.
Yeah, I wonder with Ryan in the YouTube channel, are there any team orders here for Odin Racing, Ryan? Or are the boys allowed to race each other?
I'm looking at this, and what I'm seeing is they've got the order to say you guys can race each other.
They're side by side here. It's all going on. Lindsay Rain Walbolt. Oh, Andy's just got gangstered by Team Odin Racing. Brent Lindsay Ray went down the inside, and that's
he went out a bit wide, it seemed.
Yeah.
But it did. I didn't see if there was contact.
No. Oh, that's Janse van Vieren just having a huge moment in between the two last corners.
Yeah, did he go out wide?
Look at this going into the first corner. Stern Langeveld position change. Oh, he runs both of them.
All of them run wide.
Jeez, there's a whole lot of track out there.
Stern is right on the tail. He might get the job done here if they can just keep this.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
There was a bit of contact there for sure. So Langeveld's had another coming together. I think there'll be some more. There's going to be some more work for Ryan Hill.
Yeah, it does look like Stern was just keeping on the inside line there, and Langeveld turned in just too much. He didn't give.
He's slowing down here, if you ask me. So I think he's waiting for Langeveld. Well, there's Langeveld there, so I think he.
No, that's Peter Geldenhuys next to him. Langeveld is behind by about 5 seconds. Yeah, Stern is slowing down, it seems.
Yeah. I think he hurt his car there. Yeah, agreed. Wesley Farrant on YouTube saying he thinks he's had some massive damage there. So Lawrence is struggling now. There's probably huge suspension damage with the coming together with Christopher Langeveld. So
yeah, Christopher just coming up into the second to last corner.
I mean, Lawrence didn't go around that second last. He's coming in. So there's a repair job happening here.
I'm expecting Langeveld to also possibly come in. He almost overturned his car there.
He is.
Both of them coming in.
They're both in.
Yeah, going wheel to wheel through the S's is a really difficult task. If you cut it too fine and go into dip a wheel into the grass, you're gonna spin out.
Yeah, it's just.
If you don't watch the guy next to you, you're gonna clip him and spin out. It's really difficult flying up, and you're doing that at like 200 kilometers an hour.
Yes. Yeah, look, you know, they were it was before. Yeah, that whole left-right sweep, which is blind, but they were next to each other through that section, and the track is not that wide, and the visibility, as you know, out to single seat is. Well, ideally, he should have had the radar running, and he should have known that somebody was there. But it's done now. They're right down at the bottom. Well, not really.
I've found at that speed the radar doesn't always show quickly enough, because a turn in to a turn at that speed is usually quite aggressive.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at your radar, it's fine, and then somebody just pushes their nose in, you're in for a bit of a bad time there.
Gotcha. Okay, currently watching Craig Hunter here in 9th place, who's chasing down Ruan Greyling, who is now gone up into 8th. And just behind Craig Hunter, we've got Lionel Clue, who's 4 tenths back. It's a whole pile of green cars here. And just behind him is Jacques Boerta on his drive back.
I must say, I'm quite proud of Ruan at the moment. He's doing quite well. Keeping his head down. He started, I think, second to last or last, and he's up in the top 10 right now.
Now, just saw Craig Hunter hit the barrier.
Yes.
And Lionel Clue's gone past him. So I expect Jacques Boerta will also be coming through here shortly. 4 green cars on the track in a row. Langeveld down in 16th and Stern in 12th. Oh, Craig Hunter's just spun on the exit of the bus stop. It's gone right over the bus stop, but managed to avoid. No one was nearby. So, although here comes Lawrence Sterner. Okay, he's gone through. Okay, Craig Hunter gets going. All good. So Boerta's up into 10th place. Excuse me.
Lionel Clue is still putting some pressure on Ruan Greiling there. He's not relenting.
No.
If he can keep this up, I'm seeing Clue most likely overtaking. I see Clue as one of the more experienced drivers here. He knows how to keep a cool head and applying pressure.
And Greiling does get a little bit. He runs a little wide and gets flustered under pressure. So he's just got to. He mustn't look in his mirrors. He's just got to look at the track and, nail his apexes and his braking points.
Yeah, he's taking the defensive line. Yeah. Maybe thinking, okay, no. Yeah, it's going to be all about getting that top speed on the main straights. He does run wide, so that gives Clue the opportunity to now strike if he can get close enough.
Yeah, he should go past. Lionel Clue should, probably. It's looking at all the other positions. Skuman, 1.3 seconds behind the Azevedo, I think. Ooh.
That was a clean overtake from Clue there. I do think Greiling was a bit under pressure there, and he decided rather to let Clue have the position.
Yeah, I thought better of it. Let's go and watch that on the replay. Hopefully it recorded that. Here they come down the back straight. Lionel Clue moves down to the inside. Ruan knows he's there. And he lifted a little and through they went. It was a great pass.
Yeah, I see Jacques Boerta is now closing the gap on Greiling, so he's the usual front runners are doing their best to get back to the front.
Brent Lindsay Rayner currently in 5th place. Marius Skuman a good 10-15 seconds up the road. Make that 18 seconds. And he's chasing De Azevedo.
Jacques Boerta does a 1 minute 32.4, so he's still quite quick.
Yeah. Well, look, he will have had repairs done, so he's going to fly past Ruan Greiling. Yeah. This will happen before the bus stop for sure. He's on his outside. Ruan Greiling's going to get this 2 times in a row. Yep.
Yeah, it's a really difficult turn to defend there. If you're not comfortable taking the defensive line, it's going to be one of those coin tosses where you're like, is the guy going to turn into me? Can I make the turn tight enough? All of those things go through your mind. You're like, maybe I'll just be safer yielding the position.
Matthew Boyd having quite a eventful race down in 12th place. We haven't said or seen much of him actually. I think he might have got caught up in that collision in the early part of the race, and he's just been struggling through the midfield, possibly with damage and so on. But
I see Lawrence Stern is in a pit again. Maybe he lost it again and is going back for repairs now.
Could be. But yeah, he's now down 17th place. Lionel Clue.
He's getting ready to strike on Jurgens van Vieren there.
Yeah, as they head towards the bus stop here.
My understanding is that Jurgens does actually have some open wheeler experience in meat space, so he knows his stuff. Oh no!
I think he braked a little bit heavily there, and who was behind him there?
That was Lionel Clue. He just overtakes.
Lionel Clue. Yeah, we'll watch that replay. I don't think he expected him to brake that hard. So we're watching them go down the back straight here, and as they get to the bus stop, Lionel Clue looks down the inside. Oh no, this was the previous overtake. Okay, sorry, we didn't get that one.
Yeah, from my view, what I could see, Van Vieren was on the inside line, and He was probably braking harder so that he can
Yes,
make the bus stop.
I agree.
Which then, when Clue went in still very aggressive, he just ran right into the back of him.
Jacques Water's going hard now. Up into 7th place, and next up the road with 6 minutes to go is Andy Walbolt. Andy hanging on to his 6th place. He's 7 seconds up the road. Jacques Water does a 1:34.1. So he must have had a bit of traffic or a moment somewhere, but he's trying to recover as best as he can. Van Vieren in the pit. The very late pit stop. There must be damage somewhere.
He stopped early to fix some damage, I
Okay.
think. And he's gone back in now to fix damage again. I must say, what a drive from Corne Breed. He's been keeping hold of this lead since basically lap 1.
Exactly. He's done very well.
And he's coming to lap Jurgens van Vieren right now. That's him as he just came out of the pits. So Breed's really putting down some pace here.
Well, you know, it's what everybody says. If you keep your nose clean and you do consistent lap times and not get caught up with anybody else or any dramas, you know, the race will come to you. And we know Corne is very capable and drives really well. So, but you're right, he's done very well. Sven Hartman on YouTube asking what happened to Gas. Gas, he's running down here in 20th. He's probably had a couple of issues. We can't really tell you what happened, but he's last on the track and a good 35 seconds. He's 5 seconds behind Steven Sparks, who we were watching earlier.
Clearly him running those tires did not work for him.
No.
He pushed them up just too far.
Lionel Clue's currently the closest race on track at the moment, with Ruan Kralin just ahead. So this is going to now be another deja vu moment, because this happened earlier, but he's got to do it all over again.
There's still a large enough gap that I think Ruan can hold on to the lead until the next lap.
Well, not the lead, but his position.
Yeah, hold on to his position. Ooh, he does run wide there, so that's going to open up the door for Clue.
Oh, here's Lionel already. Ruan running defensive down the inside of the apex. Lionel gets a good drive. Oh!
Now it's all going to be about getting a nice clean exit out of that next turn.
Ruan locks up a little bit and Lionel goes right around the outside and takes the position. And all that happened in the space of 4 corners in the boot. So Lionel up into 8th place, and but Ruan doing well into top 10, running 9th.
For a first drive in Division 1, that's a really good position to be holding on to right now.
So 3 minutes to go. Up at front, we've got Corne Breed.
Sorry, further down the road,
Yes.
on Spammers, he was quite close to Peter Geldenhuis. He was the gap was sub-second, so he's trying to put in some work to get the overtake done there.
There's cars jumping around. He might be having internet issues.
That might be the issue. He might be struggling with cars bouncing around him.
Peter Geldenhuis up ahead of him. Peter Geldenhuis has been lapped by Andy Walbolt, I think. So 2 minutes 15 seconds to go. We're almost at the end of this race already. I expect...
Sorry, we're sitting on lap 28 now, so it's looking like Corne Breed might get us into lap 30 given the time that's left.
Yes. Brent Lindsay Ray currently sitting in 5th place. 18 seconds. Marius Skuman in 4th. And Azevedo third, Duggan second, and Cornet Briet first. Yeah, Jan Spammers and Steven Sparks having a bit of a dice down for 18th and 19th. Lionel Clue now a good couple of seconds up the road from Ruan Kralin, 2.3 seconds and going. So he made that pass and he's on his way. Coming down to a minute to go. Let's see where Cornet is. Cornet going down the start finish line. So I think he's lapping already.
That is Matthew Boy, I think, that he just lapped.
Really?
Yes, that's Matthew Boy that he
You're
just
right.
lapped. So
Matthew Boy running very slowly.
He's up to lapping the last 10 drivers.
Yeah, he's lapped up to 11th place. So I think this is probably their last lap. I don't think he'll get round to start another lap, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm always not completely sure if the timer runs
Me
out
either.
and you then run across the finish line, is it still a last lap left, or if it runs out? And
Yes.
I think I've also noticed it depends on how far along the track you are. If you're very close to the finish line, it might give you that extra lap.
Well, I just saw Van Vieren go past Matthew Boy, and now they've all just gone back past him. So Matthew Boy is really babying this car to get it back to pits or to the end of the race. He's got no speed at the moment. He's just trying to get to the end. The car's kind of weaving around a bit, so I'd hesitate to guess he's got some severe damage there. There it says leader on final lap now. So where's Cornet?
He is coming around the second last turn, going into turn 11 right now.
Here he comes.
Such a clean race, 8 seconds ahead. That's a very, very good win for him in the bag.
Well done, Cornet. That was a great drive.
Ryan Duggan's also done well to get into second.
Yeah, Raymond Duggan.
Oh, sorry, Raymond. So many R's, I sometimes get confused.
Yeah, and Ryan De Azevedo into third.
With Marius Skuman following. And Gascoigne, I think, going over the finish line just behind him.
Here comes Brent Lindsay Ray now through the second last corner. So those guys were lapping back, but Brent going to finish in a great 5th place. And 12 seconds back, it's Andy Welbolt. And he's managed to hold off Jacques Buerta. Well, I can't see Jacques in the screen. So Andy coming in for a solid 6th place. Jacques Buerta on a big recovery drive. Here he comes onto the start finish line in 7th. Wow, so there we have it. Cornet Briet, literally from that huge crash all the way to the end. Great win by him.
I think he just snuck out of the crash there. That was a really good drive.
I agree. I saw him kind of weaving in amongst everything, and he did well. Cornet now lighting up tires, everyone doing donuts, and just huge fun. Great, well done. We're going to
in for 10th. Sorry there.
No problem. Matthew Boy, we're going to go for a quick ad break while we try and get Cornet in for an interview, chaps. So give us a second here. Okay, we're back. Are you there, Sass?
I'm here.
Good, man. Let me go and get Cornet. Mr. Briet, are you there, sir?
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Cornet? Great drive, my man.
Still shivering.
That was an excellent drive. Tell us about your evening, sir.
So, the qualifying went well. I stuffed it up on the last lap. I think I might have gotten second, but third proved to be a good position. I'm not sure what happened to the guys in front of me, but after they had a crash, there was open road for me, and I just kept on. Thought to myself, I'll keep to the racing line and don't stuff up.
Yeah.
And then, eventually I had a little mishap and went wide, got a bit of damage, but it wasn't really that bad. And with a pit stop, I was able to fix that.
Awesome, man. Sass, are you there?
I'm here. So just tell me what was going through your mind when you saw that crash going down? Did you just think thread the needle and then force me?
I don't think I even lifted. It's like now or never. And just miss whatever's happening.
Wow.
Yeah, I must say you absolutely ran away with the lead. I think you were upset with a lead of 6 seconds, and after your
7 seconds.
roof fell back to 3, but you ended the race on a strong 8-second lead. Really well done on that finish.
Yeah, I must say my teammate Raymond kept me on my toes there because he was catching me at a stage. But I'm just happy that we Flying Gypsies got the full podium, 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. That's
well
it.
done.
John Stewart was saying on the YouTube channel, Flying Gypsies first, second, and third. So it's a great result for your team there.
Yeah, very good. I'm quite happy. We did put a lot of practice into this one.
Awesome. Corne, what was there an issue? Did you have an off or a barrier or something because you were up about 7.5 seconds? I'm not sure if you said something earlier. What actually happened there?
Yeah, there's a uphill right-hand hairpin, and the arse came out a bit there.
Okay.
And I went wide into the grass, into the barrier.
All right. But damage wasn't too bad. You could carry that through.
Yeah, I actually set a good lap just after that, so the damage wasn't too bad.
It does sound like you didn't spin there. It was just into the barrier and back onto the track.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Corne, good one for you, buddy. There's some points in the bag, and all the best as we go forward now to the next race, which is a couple of weeks away. But you can go and put your feet up and have a cigarette or whatever it is and calm your nerves, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thanks for the commentary, guys.
Lekker, man.
It's
Thanks
always
very
good
much.
to see the streams.
Awesome.
All right.
Take care. Cheers, Corne.
Cool.
Cheers.
Ciao, ciao. Oh, Sass, good evening, man. It was a great race to watch.
Yeah, this was quite the way to set the long weekend sail and now get ready for the week to come.
That's true. I think Ryan's going to have a couple of lodged incident reports coming in because it's going to be difficult to see, and even from our replay, I mean, we could see there was already contact behind the leaders around turn 1. If from what I can remember when we were watching, but I didn't jump back to that. I normally go and look at the accidents, and I stayed with the leaders, and then we saw that whole drama happen on top of that left-right as they'd gone up that sweep up the mountain,
Yeah, I think ultimately we see this happening quite a bit. It seems that Division 1 they kind of get a good feel for where the issues might be, because usually the track is quite new to the racers, so it's not very clear where exactly those first incidents in the first lap is going to be.
Yeah.
And then when we get to Div 2, the guys already know, okay, this is what happened in Div 1, so let's maybe be more cautious. Like, we warn people, we tell them, be careful.
We do. Yeah.
But it's race day.
It's
Blood
race
gets
day.
pumping. You're trying to get positions, and when you see a gap, even if it might look like it's not going to quite work out, the adrenaline might just push you too far and try and get you into that gap, and it ends up costing you quite dearly if you do.
I mean, I know everyone's trying to make early gains and try and get through, but if it's going to wreck your race, then that's what it is.
Yeah, it boils down to what I always say: if slow is smooth and smooth is fast. If you can keep your head down, do consistent laps, that's going to be more valuable, especially given the context that there might be incidents. If you have a clean race, that's not going to gain you positions.
No.
But it's only once everybody gets those consistent starts in that you can really start thinking about, okay, what do I actually need to do on lap 1 now?
Well, there we go, ladies and gents. I think that's us for the evening. Thanks to everyone for joining us on the YouTube channel. It was great to have you on board and to discuss some of the topics and to watch an awesome race. We hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. Sass, I think you had a great time.
Yeah, I most definitely had an amazing time tonight.
Awesome. Good. We'll say good night for tonight. And we'll probably see you, or I will, on Wednesday for Division 2. You racing Div 2 on Wednesday?
I'm racing Div 2 on Wednesday, so I won't be here.
All right, good. Good luck for your race then, buddy.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening, everybody.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.